In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use the Elementor page builder to build and edit pretty much any kind of page on your WordPress website. Hi, I'm Kyle Johnson from escapingthenorm.com, and I gotta say, the Elementor page builder is super powerful even if you're just using the free version. Now, I'm going to be using the pro version in this tutorial, but if you just have the free version, feel free to follow along. Also, if you don't have the pro version and you want access to all the more advanced and extra features that the pro version offers, feel free to click the link in the description and that will take you right to the page where you can get Elementor Pro. And if you need any help on installing Elementor Pro, I made a video where I walk you through step by step, so you can watch it by clicking here now. But with that said, let's go ahead and dive right on in. Okay, I'm on my WordPress dashboard, so I'm gonna just, for this tutorial, create a new page. So I'm gonna click pages and then add new, and I'm gonna call this Elementor tutorial. And then I'm going to be using the Elementor canvas, which basically what that means is it's going to be a blank slate instead of having the header and footer. So I'm going to go over here on the right side to template, and then I'm going to select Elementor canvas, and then I'm going to click publish, and then edit with Elementor. And now we have the blank slate that we can start with. So I'm going to just show you the very basics first. And if you want to add a new section, which basically, it's a section of a website, you can add elements to the inside of it. You just click this plus icon, and then I'm going to just click the single section. Now I'll show you like the paddings and margins, what those are. So basically, if you want to access any of the settings for this section, you click this middle button, and the padding and margin are under advanced. So if you wanted to move this whole section down from the top, all you would do is go to margin. And by default, both of these are linked. So basically, if you change one of them, the other one changes the same. And so it'll add both top margin and bottom margin. So I'm going to go ahead and unlink those so that only the top is active. And so I can move the section down. Now I'm going to add some text to this section to show you what padding is. So this little icon right here, if you click it, it'll show you all the blocks that you can add to the different sections of the website. So this is a heading. I'm going to just click this and drag it over here. It'll highlight and you drop it in there. And so if you want to get back to the settings for the section, you just click this middle button for the section, and you can see a little pop-up shows up that tells you edit sections. So just click on that. And then now we're back to the advanced settings, and I'll show you what padding is. So I'm going to unlink the padding, and I'm going to put some top padding on it. And as you can see, it moves the text from the top of the inside of the section instead of moving the whole section. And the same is true for the bottom. Now, if you want to delete a section, all you do is you click this X, and that deletes a section. Now, there's also other types of sections, like you can have like a 50-50 or a 33 width. You can also come in here and edit the width of the sections. You can also delete these columns by hovering over the column button, right-clicking, and deleting. And as you can see, it has one column now. And so I'm going to show you what an intersection is. Basically, it's a section inside of a section. So I'm going to click this and drag it into here. And now there's two different spots. So like I'll click the all, like if you wanted to have like some text over here, and then you wanted to have like an image over here, you could do so by clicking it and dragging it. And if you wanted to add like an actual image, you just click on this, and this options box will show, and then you just click on here, and then you can select the image that you want to put in there. If you don't have the image on your website just yet, you can click upload files and select files and select it from your computer. It'll upload it to your website, and then it'll show up under media library where you can select it and insert it. So as you can see, this is like a basic blog-like layout. And like I said, you could edit the width, so you can make this picture smaller or larger. You could also click on the picture and adjust the image size. These are like the different sizes by default in WordPress that you can select. So you can also like left justify the image, right justify it, center it. You can also go to style, and this tab will show up on pretty much any element. So you just click the element, click style, and style is basically where you can change like the color of the text, the background color, like all kinds of stuff like the alignment. So like I click here, I can change the text color to red maybe. I could also, by clicking typography, the little pencil here, I could adjust the size of the text. I could also adjust the font right here, and then you can make it bold or not bold right there. And there's a bunch of other things like italic, and then decoration. You can do like underline, overline, and then line height. This will like adjust like the height between each line, and then letter spacing. As you can see, it makes the letters further apart, and there's a bunch of other options. You could also, like if you wanted to add like a margin, like if you wanted to move this text down, you can click this little pencil. Basically the pencil you can click to edit like whatever element this is, and it's kind of like clicking the section thing, except for it's for the element, and then the options will show up over here. And the contents tab is like the main settings for that element. As you can see right here, you can also edit the text in here. You can edit it in here as well. And there's also, like, if you highlight the text, it'll show this little WYSIWYG type thing where you can like do bolds, underlines, italics, etc. And so if you want to delete an element, you just hover over the little pencil, right click, delete, just like the sections. I'm gonna just delete this as well. You can also do Control-Z, Control-Y. So like if you accidentally deleted something and you want to bring it back, you just do Control-Z, and you can do it as many times as you want, or you can do Control-Y to redo it. But I'm going to show you how to add a block to this page. And so I'm going to just delete this section altogether. And what you do is you click this middle folder icon. It says add template. And I'm going to go over to blocks. And basically these are sections of the website. So you can click on one of these, like say you wanted this one. You just click on it and it'll give you a preview. And then you can click insert. And so as you can see, this is like a section of the website. So you can come in here and, like edit the text. Like if I wanted to say like health, I could put that, and say, like the text is too big. You can just click this little pencil icon, come over here to style, typography. You can adjust the text size like so. And then like, say I wanted this to be a little bit further from that one. I can click here and then go to advanced, unlink the margin, and then maybe put like a top margin. You could also do like the bottom margin. And this right here is an icon, so you can click on this. And as you can see, there's the settings for the icon, and you can click on this to change the icon, make it whatever icon. You can also search for the icons by typing the name of the icon and then inserting it that way. And you can also upload new ones. There's also things like icon list. So this is an icon list, and if I click on this, here's all the settings over here. So you can like reorder these, and you can also click on them to change the name of them, and you can also change the icon for them. As you can see, you can do pretty much whatever you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this, and I'm gonna show you how to load a full page into here. So it's basically a full page template. So I'm gonna just click the X here on the section. Now we're back to the blank screen. I'm gonna click this same button again, add template, except for I'm gonna click pages this time. Now these are full pages, and if you have the Elementor Pro version, you're gonna get a lot more of them that look nicer and a lot more options. So I'm gonna just go through here and find one that I think looks decent. And let's just say that I chose this one. So all you do is you click on it, and this will give you the preview of what the page is going to look like. And if you wanted to insert this onto the canvas, you just hit insert, and then it'll ask you to confirm. Just click yes. Basically, it's warning you that it's going to overwrite everything, and it'll take a few seconds to insert. And as you can see now, it's been inserted. So we can scroll down. There's a bunch of cool things going on here, a bunch of animations. And so this is really the easiest way to build pages. A lot of times, like if you install like a theme, like an Astra theme, like if you want to see the video of that, click here. But the Astra themes, it'll have like a default type of page, like when you create a new page. And that's why I was saying, like if you wanted to create a custom page, you do the canvas, and you could load like a completely different page into here. And so there's an image up here, and for some reason it's not showing up. Like if we wanted to get rid of that, we click this, and then right click that little button there and click delete. And say we wanted to change this text, you just click on it to change it. And then here's a button. So the buttons, you can, click on them, and this will give you all the options for the button. Like say we just wanted to say click here on this button. You can see it updates the text. You can also put a link on the button. So I could just put like, I always just put HTTPS. I could just put google.com. And so like if you click this button, it'll go to google.com, but you could put like whatever website you wanted it to go to. You can also align this button, left, right, center. And then if you wanted to add like an icon to the button, you can click this icon library and then add an icon. So say we wanted that one, insert. And as you can see, the icon's on there. You can also change like where the icon shows up. So right now it's before. You could also change it to after, so it appears afterwards. And there's also other things you can do, like if you wanted the icon to be a little bit further away, and if you wanted to change, like say the background color of the button, you click style, and then as you can see right here, background type classic is picked. Basically this just means it's just a normal background. You can also pick like a gradient. As you can see it now, it's a gradient, and you can choose the colors for the gradient. I'm gonna just click the normal background again. You can click this little color picker right here, and you can change the color of the button. You can also add like borders, and you can make the borders bigger or smaller. And if you want to move a section, like say you wanted to move this section, you wanted this to appear above this, so all you do is you click this middle button, you click it and drag it, and as you can see, it'll highlight the area where it's going to be, and you just drop it in there. And it looks like it's too close to this picture, so what I could do is click this middle button on the section, click advanced, and give it some top margin. So basically I could move it further down from that. And if you like an Elementor, if you want to see what it actually is going to look like on the web page, you can click this little button to collapse this, and it'll give you a full screen view of what it's actually going to look like. And so you can scroll through and take a look, and then you can get it back by pushing that button. Also under the advanced tab, there's motion effects. So these are animations. So like basically, like if you wanted to animate something a particular way, like if you wanted to animate either this whole section, you'd click on the section and then go down to motion effect. Or if you wanted to animate just this whole column, you could click the column button. Or if you want to just animate this text, you click the text button. Just make sure you're under advanced and motion effects. And then you can select the different motion, and it'll show you what it looks like in action. So when the page loads, it's going to do that. You can also rearrange these columns. So if you wanted this one to appear here and this one there, you could just click this and drag it and swap them. And then other things like this widget, it's a counter widget. So basically it's going to count up when the page loads. You can just click on each item to get the settings for it. So if I clicked on this one, you can select the starting number and the ending number. You can also select the duration, like how many milliseconds it's going to take to complete that cycle. If you want to save the changes that you made to the page, all you do is click update. And it'll take a few seconds, and then it'll turn gray and the page is updated. So if you publish the page and you actually go on the internet and view the page, it'll show the updated version that you just built. There's also spacers and dividers. So like this just, adds space in between two sections. So you can click and drag this and drop it under a particular item, and it'll basically add spacing, and you can adjust it here. So like if you wanted more spacing there, you could also put like top margin on one of these to achieve the same thing. And let's say you wanted to add a form to this page, like if you wanted to be able to capture a lead, aka email, what you could do is click and drag this form and drop it wherever you want it. And it's, you can edit this form. As you can see, like there's the name field, email, message. You can rearrange these as well. You can also delete them. So if you just wanted the email, you can also style all this stuff. So, you can come over here. There's different things like the row gap, so you can make the rows in between them more or less. There's also, like if you wanted to edit the button, you click buttons. And then, say you wanted to make the text bigger, you click this pencil, make the text bigger. And if you wanted this to be like a square button instead of kind of a rounded button, and you can come down here to border radius. And if you want to change all the sides all at once, just leave it linked, and then you can just click one of them. And as you can see, it's rounded there, and then it's like a square there. And there's also other advanced features like messages, like if you want to display like an alert message when someone filled out the form. And there's also steps, but I'm not going to cover that much in depth of this. You could also add a video if you wanted to, like if you had a YouTube video, you can click this video, click it and drag it. Say you wanted it right there. You can just click on the video and then the link. So like you could link to your YouTube channel right here, or like whatever service it is. And just make sure if you're doing YouTube, click the YouTube. There's also like Vimeo, Daily Motion, etc. And there's all the options for the video, like if you want it to autoplay, play muted, etc. And if you want like a custom thumbnail, you just click image overlay, and then turn it on and select the photo that you want to display and insert it. And these are image boxes, so these are good for like reviews. So as you can see, like you can come up here and edit the name and you know, like the job, whatever it is. And then like you could edit the stars, so you can make like a 2 or a 3, and you can put like whatever they said like in the review. And say you wanted to add like a new section in between these two, you can just hit this plus and then add a new section. And there's a new feature that they put in here, which is displaying Google Maps, so you could add like a Google map to your website. And basically like wherever you want to display, you just put in right here, you just put that in there, and it'll basically center it over that. So as you can see, there's a lot of things in Elementor Pro, and I'm not going to sit here and go through all of them because it would take forever. But as you can see, it's easy to use. I mean, you have to get used to it. You know, you have to kind of play around with it to, you know, be able to edit all the different options and know where they are. And that just comes with time. But I'm going to go ahead and end this video. If you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already and you want to see more videos where I walk you through step by step, go ahead and subscribe. And with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.